So hello everyone. We are here to discuss about B2B marketing, business to business marketing, and in this topic we'll talk about B2B marketing strategies. When we talk about marketing, ultimately the everything when we talk the most important thing is what type of strategy we will use in our marketing whenever we are going to interact with the customers or the consumers, how we are going to approach them, how we are going to target them with our strategies. So whatever there are so many concepts, whatever we have learned or whatever we know, we need to incorporate, we need to create a proper mix of those strategies. So let's quickly start with differentiating between B2B and B2C. In case of B2C marketing, we directly interact with the consumer. Our objective is to reach out to the consumer end user. Whereas in case of B2B marketing, we are not directly interacting with the end user. In fact, we are interacting with the customers or the people who are manufacturing or developing product and services. And then again, then later on, they keep on focusing on the strategies of approaching to the end user, to the customers, and then they dispatch, they prepare, and they distribute the goods and services to the end user. So let's proceed further. So we'll cover these topics, these subtopics: most effective B2B marketing strategy, then developing a B2B marketing strategy. How do we develop this? What type of channels and the tactics could be used, strategies could be used while creating marketing channel? Because we need to create a channel, how we are going to approach our customers. And then we need to talk, we'll talk about content marketing also, metrics and analytics used in B2B marketing. And at the end of the discussion, we'll talk about latest trends or the upcoming trends in the B2B marketing. So let's proceed further. Now, business market, when we talk about consumer market and business market, both are different. As I discussed, consumer market, in case of consumer market, we interact with the consumer end user, whereas in case of business market, actually we are interacting with the customers. They are not the end users. They are into the manufacturing or the production or the development of the production and product and services. For example, when we talk about the market, we can like categorize business market into four categories. First category could be the businesses or the commercial organizations. They are in the process of incorporation. They develop the products and services. Then we have one more category: government bodies, government institutions. They may be local government bodies, local authorities, state government also, or even central government also. They have so many various departments. They use product and services for their own consumption also. And then we have a category like institutions. Institution may be different type of institutions, maybe religious or non-religious, maybe generally they are non-commercial institutions. And some organizations also, like they are working to provide some services. And we have one more category: resellers. They are actually reselling the raw material or goods and services and transferring from one point to other point. So what activities they are engaged? They are actually engaged in incorporation, consumption, use, and resale. Now, as I discussed, there are four type of customers: so producers or the manufacturers. Then we have resellers, government, and institutions. Producers may be original equipment manufacturer. They manufacture the original products. And when we talk about reseller, they may be wholesaler, they may be retailer, they may be dealer, distributor. Also, there are different categories. And government, as I mentioned, maybe local government, local authority, municipal authority, state government, or even central government also. Institutions, as I mentioned, they may be religious, non-religious, or they may be NGOs also, or maybe different organizations having different objectives. Generally, these type of institutions do not have commercial objectives. But when we talk about some institutions like maybe even a hospital could be considered in this category. A education institution could be considered in this category. Now, there are different types of goods. Like when we talk about B2B marketing in specific, uh, various categories involves like material and part, capital items, supplies, business services. So these are the different types of industrial goods and services offered in case of B2B marketing. When we talk about material and parts, raw material may be like uh, raw material, for example, farm products or the natural products. These are the categories of the raw material. And then manufactured material are manufactured from raw material, okay, and they are processed from the raw material only. Component material or maybe component part, again, then these parts are used to manufacture or to develop any machines or any electronic items or any other goods or any other semi-finished goods. We have capital item in another category. Capital items, like these items are include installation products and equipments. They are used for the production and manufacturing processes. And we have supply in other category. Third category is supplies. These supplies are, these involves the routine items or consumable items and services to ensure that the department or the organization or the factory is working smoothly, properly. Because they are involved in the production of goods and services, so they require some routine supplies also. Maybe electricity, maybe water, or maybe other fuel, maybe fuel also, or other raw material that is required on routine basis. Even stationery could be considered in this category. We have one more category, business services, that largely includes the consultancy services. So these are the different categories of industrial good. So let's proceed further about talk, and we'll talk about the strategies, most effective strategies. When we talk about strategies, the strategies objective is to reach out to the to identify the uh, correct audience or the institution where we can offer our product and services. So these may include, the strategies may include free trials. We may offer some free samples also. Trade show, we can participate in trade shows and share video demos and with some explanation. These days AI has become very popular, and with the help of internet technologies and social media platform, videos could be prepared and videos could be circulated. Influencer marketing is widely used these days. Then some paid advertisement could be, or some tutorial or video, maybe again further developed with the help of some experts, and they may be circulated. Email newsletters could be used for this purpose. And when we talk about business to business marketing channel, like we need to think about the channel also, how we are going to approach them. We may be having a strategy, but we need a medium to approach to this audience. And then we need to focus on the lead generation also. Once we establish a contact, or once we develop a channel to reach to the audience or to the customer, and then we need to focus on how do we generate the lead, and then start focusing on conversion of that lead. So we'll talk about developing a B2B marketing strategy. Now, as I mentioned, that we need to focus on these three different criteria which differentiate B2B from B2B with B2C, like audience or the customers. Then motivation also, like what is our objective? Objective is to generate ROI. And then we need to focus on the sales cycle also, because we are interacting with the purchase manager or with the buying committee. In B2B, we are not interacting directly with the end user, so we need to think about the sales cycle also. And then we can consider these following steps, like as I mentioned, target audience is most important. Then market research is very important. Market research will help us to gather collect data about the client, about the industry trend, what is going on, and what our competitors are offering. We need to set our priorities also, what are our objectives. And then we need to focus on developing a unique value proposition rather than unique selling proposition. Unique value proposition, what makes our offering different from our competitors, and how we can be a valuable for our client or the organization that we are targeting. And then yes, we need to we need to decide and follow a right marketing channel also, how we are going to approach them, how we will establish a contact with them. That may be through participation in trade show also, or maybe through social media. Largely LinkedIn could be a like very popular choice, or could be a very useful option. So we can approach with the help of LinkedIn also. And for example, a B2B of a company offering a supply chain software may focus a strategy on large manufacturers needing supply chain optimization. Now, there are four parts of B2B marketing strategies, like as discussed earlier also. So let me quickly recap on this. So target audience and large audience. In case of B2B marketing, we are not interacting with the large audience, which is there in the case of B2C. So our audience is limited. We need to specifically target, and digital presence is very must. It is required, because these days everybody is connected with the media and with the digital media, and affordability is not a no issue. So everybody, everyone, even every customer or every client is available they spend their leisure time on the internet. So digital presence is very important. Content marketing, how what type of content we are using to market our ideas. And then tactics and channel. Tactics is like it's like how we are going to approach them, what type of channel we will use. So let's talk about three stage of buyer journey. As I discussed that we need to identify the audience also, right audience. So like we need to study buyer journey also. Now there are different stages like awareness. We need to create first awareness, then only our client or the customer will consider our offerings, and then third stage is the decision stage. So we need to focus on these different stages. We need to study the buyer journey also, at the same time buyer persona also. So we need to plan our strategies accordingly. First objective should be to engage. So how do we engage? By creating awareness. And then we are able to, if we are able to engage the audience, then only we can expect that the customer will consider our offering. And once the customer is considering our offering, and then we can be assured that we are going to get some leads. And once we are getting the leads, then we must be able to convert those leads into sales. At this stage, the customer decides that he or she is going to stay with us or not, or that organization is going to continue with us or not. So these are the different stages: awareness, consideration, and decision. These are the stages of a buyer journey. Now, B2B marketing strategies and trend. Now, when we talk about selecting the audience, we have to be very specific because there could be different types of audience. Now, when we talk about audience, and then there are the key people who are the key decision maker. So we need to target those people, those that purchase committee, buying committee, and the purchase manager when we talk about B2B marketing. So like we have to be specific whom we are going to target. There could be people from boomers, Gen X also, millennials also, Gen Z also, and Gen Alpha.